and stimulating you to come into shop. And then they surround that product with a huge assortment of items ranging from home goods to music. You know, they both have restaurants on the premise, and it goes to tell the story about their brand, about their store. So although they introduce and start a lot of great new brands, at the end of the day, it's about their store and it's about their brand. They always are very consistent in that manner. They work on a lot of collaborations. They work with like a Nike, a Swatch, and they do collaboration products where you know, Swatch had a Corsa Como watch, which was really terrific. And they do both of them do a lot of sneaker launches with the big sneaker producers. But at the end of the day, the story is always about those store brands. And they show this complete lifestyle of what a more modern, up-to-date customer would be interested in. So when you go into Colette, the first floor is they have a lot of books, they have a lot of music. It's really very, very cool. And then you go upstairs and that's where they have ready-to-wear. And they garner a crowd. They have a lot of people in the store. And it's very exciting. There's a buzz there for sure. And the other part of it is that they keep it very current. So if you go there, you know, every 6 weeks, it's like they did a whole makeover in the store. So people want to go there. They want to see what's new. Nobody wants to go into a store and say, hey, what's old? They want to say, what's new? And they are able to show the lifestyle presentation of a new product to the consumer probably better than anybody. And the same goes for Corsa Como. And they're able to complete this whole lifestyle presentation in their stores. And I just would add that I do think that the food portion of it is extremely important. To slow down a customer in your store, to have a cup of coffee, to be able to sit down and have a sandwich, I think it's really important. It's something that I wish we had more of in our stores, and you know, some of our competitors and better stores around the world, I think, do a terrific job with it. I think it just helps to make the customer feel more comfortable, makes the store a happening place and a stop for them on a Saturday or whatever, just to have, you know, a little bit of social time. I think it's really important. So the next slide is just some thoughts for you on some of the more about, you know, just your lifestyle merchandising and your customer. You know, again, you know, who is your customer? You know, I said this before at the beginning. You know, what's he interested in? You know, and do you have the product? You know, some of these sound like common sense, but I got to tell you, you know, some of my best seasons have been when we kind of ask ourselves before the season starts, you know, who are we trying to reach? Who's this product going to appeal to? You know, the other part of it is that in a specific market, you know, am I going to be competitive? You know, sometimes if another guy, a key competitor has a ton of some brand and you're not going to be competitive, why carry it? You know, they're not going to come to you to look at your small assortment of whatever brand. They're going to go to the guy that shows it big and shows the lifestyle presentation. And that's a big gamble for small retailers and big retailers. You know, how do you, again, that critical mass and believing in a brand, when do you step out and go after it? How can you merchandise the product for this guy? So even if you can go out, you can buy all this product, but you're going to be able to show it the right way. You know, one of the big problems that we all have now today is with this growth in this accessories business is how do we present it? You know, especially for the big retailers. We have an old case line with no lights in it. It's, you know, it's not great. So, and it's a huge capital investment to invest in and to put in the right kind of case line, the in case, make sure it's lit well. And then, you know, for shoes, are you able to backstock? You always have the ball and chain to backstock. If you want to go into the shoe business, you have to make sure that you have enough sizes. So you need to be able to make sure that you can compete in this product and that you can show it the correct way. And does he want to see the product by classification, or does he progress to shopping by lifestyle? You know, so you need to really ask yourself, you know, are you ready for it? Are your associates ready for it? You know, to move to lifestyle. I can tell you, sometimes it's like the first 6 months is a disaster. You know, because then you might see the business kind of erode, and you know, you got to have, you know, a little bit of tough skin to make it through and to have the business come back. I remember about 10 years ago, we made a decision to put Hugo Boss tailored clothing in our store, which we showed on the 6th floor in New York as part of tailored clothing. We made the decision to show it up on our 7th floor because it was modern and contemporary. You would have thought that, you know, we were going to put the company out of business. You can't do that. People won't buy tailored clothing on our 7th floor. We can't do it. Let's not do it. You know, and all the associates were outraged. I'm going to lose all this business. What are you doing? And then the guys upstairs on the 7th floor, they can't sell suits. It was all baloney. At the end of the day, we had about 3 months and the business was difficult, and then it came back. And this is what we go through all the time. I see some guys in the audience laugh because they have the same conversations. But this is what goes on. But you have to have that thick skin to push for it because ultimately it's about what your customer wants, the way that they want to see it, the way that they want to present it. And you got to have stick-to-itiveness to make sure that you know, you really see it through. You have your associates selling lifestyle, and you know, the customer will respond. You know, the other part of it for your associates, what's in it for them, and what's in it for your overall sales.